All right, can you guys hear me okay? Yes, all right. I've never had sound issues on Zoom, so if you're looking for a program to communicate with your team members, be able to share your screen one-on-one, Zoom works really well. It also works well for creating your own videos when you want to share your screen. So check out Zoom if you haven't before. Welcome to our April call. I can't believe it's almost May already. The kids are going to be getting out of school. Oh my gosh. I'm looking forward to better weather and sunshine and just more fun. Sometimes the winter months are kind of blast. So I look forward to the weather warming up and bringing some excitement and doing events and getting more involved in our Avon businesses. So if you haven't been on the call, I cannot see you. I usually don't pay too close attention to the chat box because I can get off topic if I start reading. So hold your questions till the end. I always open it up for question and answer. I always seem to have a lot to say, so if you want to drop off after the presentation, feel free to do that. We do record these, so if you want to replay it, share it with your team, whatever it is, it will be posted on my YouTube channel tomorrow. I think my family's playing Twister or something in the background there. So I've been a representative for over 9 years. It's been a long and crazy journey. I started out really focusing on sales. Didn't think I would ever come over to the leadership side and enjoy recruiting. I was a little more timid and shy about approaching people. But I've completely changed and grown as my Avon business has. And I really enjoy the leadership and recruiting side of it. So I hope you can find your comfort zone. I know sometimes we have to step out of it to grow, but we also want to find something that we are really passionate about doing. So it doesn't feel like work and you see incredible results when you're passionate about something. What did I learn this week? You know, I guess as a mom, as a volunteer, as a wife, you know, all these different things. Some weeks, like, I really feel like I'm doing awesome, I'm organized, the house is picked up, I'm like being ultra productive. And then there's other weeks where everything just feels scrambled and I'm running around and feeling like I'm not really accomplishing anything. So if you guys feel like that, you know, just know that we all go through it, the craziness of life. So we have our ups and our downs. But we do the best that we can, and we try to make a difference in the people's lives that surround us. All right, so Lori got internet back. Awesome. Some storms. Okay, so next week, Monday through Friday, is April Boot Camp. It is one of my paying training events. It's $22.09. I promise you get $22 worth of information. It's pretty intense. I send you guys activity sheets every day. I do some screen sharing videos to walk you through the steps. And then I do a presentation on Friday to kind of cover the whole week's topics. This session is going to be online tips for being productive, how to sell more online, ideas for recruiting, and Facebook tips. So I'm gonna try to do a really good job because I don't know the next time I'm gonna do a boot camp. I enjoyed teaching and I love hearing that you guys are having success from things you learned, but they're also stressful and a lot of a lot of work. So I'm giving myself a few months off after April. You are more than welcome to attend all of my free webinars. So I'll be doing a new rep webinar May 4th, leadership update May 11th, and then our May update on the 18th. I do have my bundles still out there. I know a lot of you have already bought them. I just want to make it clear that the bundles are the same material that's on emilyseagren.com. So one is just physical copies and the other one is online access. Our team has surpassed the 700 mark. Yay team, go team momentum. We were stuck at like 620, 630 for a really long time, and just really started progressing and moving quickly again. So I'm really proud of you guys. It's so exciting to see my leaders appointing team members and growing their own teams. I don't feel like I have to do all the work anymore. So you guys keep doing awesome, so I can work less. Just kidding. Way to go in campaign 8. I don't have that on there, but so far through the year, we have over 422,000 in sales. My goal for us for the end of the year is to end at over 2 million. You guys that were with me last year were a part of the team that took me over 1 million for the first time. Now I want you guys to help me get over 2 million. I know you can do it. I have some great team members and just a lot of people that are passionate about Avon and succeeding. That would put us at a $1 million increase for the year over 2016, which I totally think we can handle. So here's campaign 8. We did 65,300. We were number 2 in the nation among leaders for campaign 8, and then we're number 2 in the nation year to date. And the number 1 is actually my upline, so we're actually contributing to the number 1 position as well. So I haven't told you guys that before, but that's how it is. Okay, so I really liked this quote. Just because my path is different doesn't mean I'm lost. So I love this because in our Avon business, we have to all find our own unique way of being successful. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. So I can sit here and try to, give you advice and give you tips and give you pointers. But it's really up to you to really experiment, analyze your business, make changes and adjustments along the way until you're at a place where you know exactly what to do that's going to make you successful. I'm almost at the point where I can't keep up. So hopefully that is a problem that you guys will have as well. Maybe you already do. So if you're doing an effective job of marketing, you should have customers and potential team members coming to you and asking you about Avon. Here's another quote. If you think you can't, you won't. If you've already resigned yourself to defeat, you'll never experience victory. So this is all about your attitude, believing in yourself, getting back up when you get frustrated or when someone tries to knock you down. You really have to be your own cheerleader. You have to do that corny positive talk in your head because we can talk ourselves into being defeated before we even try anything. So sometimes shutting your mind off is not a bad thing and just going for it. So if you're nervous, you're thinking you want to try something, but you're completely overanalyzing it, just do it and learn. So you either are successful and will continue doing it, or you are not successful and you'll learn why and what you could have done differently. So I want to show this because this is the reason I went for the top for sales. Every year we have a President's Recognition trip where all the top leaders and top sellers get to go to a location for free by Avon. Avon pays for it. So the way that you can do that is by reaching President's Council level or executive leader level. So, or both. If you are a real go-getter, go after both of those titles. I like to include, you know, what's going on in my life, what I'm doing with Avon, what I'm doing personally. The pictures here are from the recent President's Recognition trip in Punta Cana. It's just a great time. We talk business, but not too much. There's not a lot of training or learning. It's mostly just fun and relaxing and celebrating the past year. So definitely make it on one of those if you can. I had a little procedure done yesterday. It wasn't a big deal, but I, of course, like worry about everything. So I was a little bit worried about going under anesthesia, but everything went fine. I feel good today. I'm back to normal. So, you know, whatever you're going through in life, just try to be positive and optimistic and do things to your full potential, because you never know when something could change in your life to really change everything. I have a friend's dad who just found out he has a brain tumor that is spreading, and he has 3 to 12 months to live. So that is pretty crazy. You hear stories like that often. I have that bunco friend I was telling you guys about a while ago. She's my age, and she's had 26 chemo treatments. So when you hear stories like that, and you know, people are going through those hard life struggles, it really makes you appreciate where you're at and not take anything for granted. Whew, I'm getting out of breath here. Give me a minute. Okay, so the Daily Care collection, starting April 18th, they made it sellable through new representatives, first 7 campaigns. So this is with the Kickstart program, and basically it doesn't matter when your team members started. If they are still in Kickstart right now, they will be able to purchase this through their 7th campaign. And unfortunately, it is not available to online customers. So if you had a customer in a different state that wanted it, you would have to order it and then ship it to them yourself. So Avon has kind of, oh, I just realized I'm not in the slideshow view here. You guys can cheat and look ahead. Okay. So they're changing their online ordering. And a lot of it is to be able to give us more commission on those online sales. That's the way the market is going. You hear daily about retail stores closing down. You know, my Avon store isn't booming, it's not growing, but my online sales are. So you really have to adjust to the industry trends and really try to take advantage of this. So by taking away a lot of those 20% offs, you know, free gift with purchase, they gave us in return a 10% off for your customer's order. Every customer can use it one time, so it'll be attached to their email address. Each email address will only be able to use this code once. There is no minimum. So your customer could order $10 worth and get their dollar off, okay? I do have an image of that I can share with you if you want to email it outside of the email center. Okay, so starting in campaign 9, the changes that went into place were earning on every dollar. Watches are now included in full earnings, and you can earn the same on your e-store and your brochure sales. So you really want to be targeting both types of customers. Don't look at necessarily converting traditional customers over, which is something you can do, but look at trying to attract a new group of customers. So we want to have solid, steady traditional sales. We want to have good online sales, and then if you want to recruit and build a team, you want to keep growing those team sales. So it can get you know, a little crazy at times trying to keep up with everything, but it gives you a more solid foundation. Helps you to earn more money because you're growing 3 different areas of the business. Really will help you in the future when you go to retire and you still want that Avon money coming in. So you really have to think about your online customers as more of a residual income, because if you did stop traditionally selling and you still have your website going, those customers can still continue placing orders from you. So you really want to think of that online commission more like your leadership checks, that you'll just build them over time and they'll keep increasing. All right, so we have 6 levels of sales. Oops, sorry. Okay, so the first level is President's Club. And I broke it down based on our 26 campaigns. So if you just started, obviously you're not going to be in this cycle for 26 campaigns. So you would need to adjust this total amount divided by how many campaigns you're going to be in for the cycle. So there's some really big advantages of meeting President's Club. One is to be able to get up to 50% off instead of 40%. And then the other one is having a guaranteed 40% earnings, even if you have an off campaign. So when you reach President's Club, you are in the club the whole next year. Yes, and Melissa says you also get to buy more demos. So definitely go look at this. It's youravon.com rewards and recognition. It's kind of hidden, and it's definitely something every representative should look through, and that is the President's Recognition Program Guide. So you also get rewards. They can build up for sales, recruiting, and increases. And you can turn them in for all kinds of prizes. So here's where I was saying you can check out the guides, and then you can also look at the rewards headquarters. All right, so let us celebrate some top sellers. We had some really big numbers, so this is exciting. Denise, Ellen, Agnieszka, Sierra, Cheryl, Peter, Juanita, Trisha, Alexandra, Alicia, Becky, Jane, Betty, Jacqueline, Elena, Kimberly, Diana, Teresa, Rochelle, and Renee. Great job. You guys are rocking on your sales, so keep it up. Let's talk about recruiting for a minute. If you are not in the Kickstart program, you can earn an unlimited amount of $20 qualified recruit bonuses. So what that means is if you sign someone up to sell and they're on your team, they have to place an order of $150 or more in their first two campaigns, their first or second, so just one of those two campaigns. And then they have to pay for it on time. So you'll get a bonus for that. And then as long as you're submitting orders of $50 or more, you'll also get a 3% sponsoring bonus on those representatives. So that's something new because we used to not earn until we hit the ambassador level. So Avon's saying right away, good job for recruiting. We're going to give you a little piece of the pie back for bringing someone into Avon. And some of these slides are repeats from my leadership webinar. But I think that I did like a lot of analyzing and numbers, and I'm a dork and get excited about that stuff. So I wanted to include it here too, just in case you missed it on the leadership. So one of the cool parts of keeping track of your numbers is you can start analyzing it and looking for trends and seeing your growth over the years, over the campaigns, whatever it is. And you can estimate where you're going to end up. So you'll see here, this is how many team members I had, how many of my team members were leaders, my earnings just from the leadership side, and what title I was at, and what our unit sales were. So you can see the value of getting involved on the leadership side, because here in 2015, I earned $11,000 from leadership. In 2016, it pretty much almost quadrupled. So I don't think you see that very often in today's economy anywhere. So just want to put that out there to hopefully get you guys excited to see what's possible and help you believe in yourself, even as you're taking those steps that are uncomfortable or that you're unsure of along the way. So everyone can sign up a representative, and with the online process, I think it takes quite a bit of the anxiety of recruiting out, because you can just share one of the recruiting posts, and if someone clicks through on it and reads the information and signs up, that really took little effort on your behalf. And it's kind of a nice way of marketing and putting it out there without like shoving it into someone's face. So I really like online marketing, the online recruiting part of it. We all have a reference code that is the end of our eStore username. So everyone can sign someone up by sending them to startavon.com and using your reference code. There's also a Sell Avon link on everyone's eStore. So you can also go in there and copy that URL to send to people. And I have to keep congratulating our title advancements because those are a big deal. They don't happen very often. So I just want to give another shout out to Kim, Amy, and Paulina. You guys are growing your businesses and growing your paychecks, and it's just really fun to see you guys progressing. I'm hoping you guys pull through and come to the Bahamas. I think you guys are too. So congratulations, Cheryl, Kim. Cheryl, I put the end of your team sales on there now so it doesn't look like 882. Cheryl, Kim, Trisha, Amy, Felicia. Cheryl, Kim, Trisha, Leticia, Chantel, and Kim. And then congratulations to all of our leaders who have one or more appointments in the month of April. It's the 20th, and we have 103 appointments. So work with those people. Make sure you're reaching out to help them place that first order. pending appointments don't really do any of us any good if they don't start and become active in their Avon business. So make sure that we're all doing our jobs of helping them get started so we can all experience some growth. So Avon News comes out on Monday, and I'm going to show you the slide in a minute with the new beauty bundle that's going to be offered. They announced an incentive for RepFest. There are April sales meetings. Check ahead to see where meetings are in your area. And then the Boss Life workshops are kind of getting closer to the end, but you may still be able to find one in your area. So RepFest is in August. It's in Nashville, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The last I heard, there were only 250 spots left. So make sure you register, especially if you plan on making that incentive, because a hotel room's not going to do you any good if you haven't signed up for RepFest. So here we are. There's Cheryl right there. I'll point her out since she's on the call. And hopefully, I know we will have quite a bit bigger group this year. We have 19 registered. So it's a lot of fun. It's learning. It's a concert. It's a keynote speaker. It's networking. Good. So Melissa has signed up. I hope you guys are all going. It's a lot of fun. You can earn your hat, your party invite, and your hotel. Earn all three by placing a $300 order, each campaign from 10 to 12, and then adding 3 qualified new recruits. So when you need qualified, you may want to triple your number, because about half of them actually place an order, and about half of them place an order of 150 or more. So my best advice is to recruit 9 people over that time, and hopefully you will have the 3 qualified in the bag. So the cost is $139 per person. Here's everything that's included. Feel free to join this Facebook group. If you're newer to Avon and don't really know anyone but want to participate, this is a great place to network with people. You can register here. And then I just listed out all the Team Momentum people that are going to be there. So I'll definitely have something fun in store for us. I don't know what yet, but I will figure it out. Rob is not joining me this year because he came to Las Vegas last year, and he said I didn't barely get to see him at all. So I will be, yes, Cheryl, you cannot bring sauerkraut for Rob this year because he will not be there. I think Ann and I are actually going to drive from Rockford, so that should be an adventure in itself. Congratulations to our Boss Life ticket winners. I'm not going to announce all those, but good job, you guys. You can get them by signing up a personal recruit who is successful. So check out when you guys are starting to try for any of the incentives. My biggest advice is to read through the guidelines, because there's a lot of details and specifics, and the better you know them, the easier it is to achieve. So read through them, post it somewhere where you can keep track of it and keep it on the top of your mind, because some of these incentives go for multiple campaigns. You start out really excited, and then you go downhill and kind of forget about it. So keep it on top of your mind. Learn all the ins and outs. So hopefully I'm going to see a lot of you at Atlantis. I'm super stoked to go there. Hopefully, I'm hoping our whole family goes. So hopefully they announce it soon so we can book our flights and everything. We have a lot of you on the board. Cheryl, Kim, and Amy, you guys have a lot of points. I'm hoping it pulls through that you earn the trip. But good job, anyone up here. These incentives are hard work. You can also start by building traditional sales, online sales, and recruiting. Once you're successful in those areas, the incentives come really easy. So even when there's no incentives going on, work those 3 areas of your business, and the prizes and money will follow you, I promise. All right, so we have sales tools. What's new is posted online through campaign 15. Those of you that are new, what's new is for representatives. It gives us a chance to preview products, have demos and samples on hand. If you can afford it, I really advise getting some of it to have on hand, just to even show what it looks like, what it feels like, what it smells like. People are a lot more inclined to buy if they see it firsthand, especially with all the bug guard coming up. So definitely something you want to keep in stock. Your campaign 11 central video is up. You can preview 12 and 13. I made a lot of videos on campaign 10, so I was trying to do whatever I could to help my team be successful in 10. I'm going to try and do that for 11 too. I don't know if I'll get through as many, but I even went through and like posted images and just trying to do stuff to make your guys' lives easier. So hopefully that helps. There's a Mother's Day shopping list. We're kind of getting close to not being able to order for that anymore, but you might still get a few orders in. And then there's a really nice recruiting booklet. I wouldn't include those like in brochures you just toss out, but if someone's interested, it's a really helpful marketing piece to hand out about the opportunity. All right, so Mother's Day is May 14th. Keep fragrance samples on hand. Fragrance is really important for people to experiment before they buy it, unless it's you know, one of the, if it's Sweet Honesty and they've been buying it for 20 years, they already know what it smells like. But especially some of our newer fragrances coming out, stock up on samples if you can, or buy the full-size bottle so that you can spritz it for your customers. Ask people if they want samples. I try to do whatever I can to make my money stretch. So we don't want to waste samples. You don't want to get a fragrance sample to someone who's allergic and gets headaches from perfume. So I would rather you hand a book and some samples over to someone where you can get their follow-up information than hand out 10 books without seeing anyone. So try to do, you know, provide the best service that you can to those people that you interact with. That's really what's going to set you apart from other Avon representatives. The product is very well known. Almost everyone has heard of Avon. Some people are surprised we're still around, but a lot of times it's just reintroducing them to our products because they're familiar with Skin So Soft. Maybe they've heard about Anew before. So it's our job to get them back into Avon. And really, once you get people to try the products do the job in itself and they want to reorder them. So don't give up so easily if you're having a hard time finding customers. Maybe you want to do a referral discount. So, you know, bring a friend, both make a purchase, get 10% off your order. So I really love that the Avon business is so flexible. You can sell how you want. You can build it how you want. You can give whatever discounts you want. That's gonna come out of your paycheck, so you do have to be careful with that. But Avon really gives you the flexibility to be creative. So here we have another purchase with purchase, which is basically giving them a sample of 2 of our full-size products for only $10. So I forgot what the value is, but it's something around $35, $37. So that's giving them a $10 addition to their already $40 order. So you definitely want to point that out to all of your customers, especially if they're already giving you an order. My customers who have placed and got add-ons. Okay, good deal. So Cheryl followed up with all her customers that placed orders over 40 and got them to spend $10 more. So that's good. We're increasing average order size and introducing some of them to our new skin products, maybe for the first time. So hopefully they'll get hooked. Avon is providing it in different media forms so that we can share it with our face-to-face customers, our online networks, and our email contacts. So definitely try to reach out to people in as many communication forms as you can. That will really make the most impact on your audience. Okay, so Melissa really wants this. I can see it in her writing there. We have this True Color set, a $30 value for $10 with the $40 purchase. So this is going to be good in campaign 11 and 12. So you get the bag, a glazeware, and then one of our black glimmer sticks. I don't remember if it's the waterproof or the regular, but look forward to selling that to your online and face-to-face customers. So by the looks of it, they're going to keep doing these order builders for 2 campaigns at a time. So like I said, they're trying to get away from doing those deep discounts and training our customers to get the cheapest price. I have to laugh because when I worked in the store, people would sometimes say we were cheaper than Walmart. And I was like, oh, that's not really a good thing. So those of you that are seeing the price increases, they're long overdue. It may be a little bit harder on us now because they didn't do them incrementally. It was kind of like, okay, our prices need to go up, and they are. So just remember, more sales for you means more commission. Campaign Central, they cover 3 products from the campaign. Skin So Soft, we are very well known for our mosquito bug repellent. A lot of people use the original oil as the bug repellent, which it's not made to do that, but some people swear by it. I think my mother-in-law had a bottle from like 1980 that she still uses. I told her she needs to hit up her Avon lady. So anyways, some people use the original oil, but we do have specific Skin So Soft products that are made for bug repellent. There are different kinds, so it definitely helps to learn about your product. This is something that you want to have on hand. Maybe you have a button that says Skin So Soft Bug Guard, or maybe you bring it in a box with an image of it on the outside, and you probably don't even really have to say anything, and people will ask you about it. Especially if you're outside summer for sports at the pool. The Zika virus and all these nasty things that mosquitoes are bringing around are a big deal, and people are looking for bug repellent. Ours are DEET free, so they're safe for children. Again, the Skin So Soft name is super popular. Sampling is easy. So those of you that haven't bought the silver towelettes before, it's really nice because it's packaged in a Ziploc container. And then inside are individually packaged towelettes. So these come in really handy for being around a campfire, going on a boat, you know, being out at a game. They're really nice. It's a towelette that's pretty drenched, and you just spread it everywhere. So get to know the different formulas and the different delivery methods. So the different formulas are shown here. The biggest difference between the green and the silver is that the green contains sunscreen. So if you ask Rob, the green is much greasier and he thinks the silver one smells better. So that is Rob's outlook on those. The green works really well if you're going to be outside, protects you from the sun and from the bugs. So if you read all the different kinds of bugs it actually protects you from, I've never even heard of some of the bugs. So next time you get one of the bottles, read it. The backs of the products have really helpful information. So green is good for daytime. Silver is good for nighttime. People tend to buy more of the pump than the aerosol. So there is 2 sizes of the pump. This is the bonus size. The little one's kind of little. And then there's the aerosol. We have 2 different lotions. The blue one has a disappearing blue whatever dye. So you can see where you're putting it on children. It disappears. However, I have had people say that it got onto clothing before. So if you're worried about that, I suggest the white one. It smells really good. They both have SPF in them. And then for those annoying mosquito bites that you do get, you can get the little itch spray to help alleviate the itchiness. And so does oatmeal lotion. I learned that too. Okay, so here's another chart for you. Charts tend to do really well on social media. I will include links to these images so that you guys can share them in your blogs, on your social media, in your emails to your customers. Really try to be a sales consultant and provide your customers with information so that they can make an educated buying decision. You know, it doesn't have to be about being pushy or talking them into anything. A lot of it is just knowing your product and being able to recommend what your customer is looking for. So I always learn something new with Avon. There's so much to learn. I don't know why. I kind of thought that was an eye eraser, but it's not. There is the line eraser for fine lines, which you're supposed to use day and night. And then this smaller one is for those deeper wrinkles. So it's a targeted treatment that you wear overnight. I guess I just assumed by the product size that it was an eye cream. I don't work closely with the products anymore, so I'm not as up to date on those as I used to be. So stock up on samples. A new is a little bit pricier, so a lot of people may want to try before they buy. One of my friends just texted me the other day and wanted to know what I used for night cream and eye cream. I told her to go to my website and take the skincare advisor, and then I offered to get her samples. So try to help your customers using those tools and the samples and demos to help them make a purchase that they're not going to want to return back to you. And then you can also highlight that Avon has its own R&D team and comes out with innovative skincare and other product solutions, you know, every year. And then we have a limited edition Senses Lemon Blossom Basil. That's kind of a mouthful. But I would definitely recommend having something on hand. A lotion might be a good one. Melissa made baskets, so that's awesome. I saw my team member Sierra made up some Skin So Soft baskets. So baskets are also a good way of selling things, especially at events and around holidays. So again, going that extra mile to make you unique from other Avon reps out there. And sometimes all it is providing normal customer service, because I don't know how many times I've heard someone say, well, I had an Avon rep and then they quit, or I called an Avon rep 3 times with an order and they never called me back. So a lot of times it's just responding to get those customers. So they are out there, keep looking for them. This is a limited edition set, so it's not going to be around very long. Maybe you, oh, Sierra's on. Oh, good. See, I love Facebook, so I can see what my team members are doing. Sarah is always out there promoting Avon. So it's just fun to see my team, even those I've never met before, and get to know them through Facebook. Alrighty, and then Amy's rocking as well. So I love videos and social media to be able to interact with my team more often than I would without them. So being digital, getting social media centers, kind of a hot topic in a bad way right now. I don't know what happened that all of a sudden, Ellen, I am not sure. So I kind of removed myself yesterday. I said I couldn't really help because I was doing the surgery thing. I didn't want to be in the middle of it. So I have to follow back up with them. I don't even know like why we started getting flagged in the first place. So my workaround suggestions, I don't even know if they are workarounds. I haven't had a chance to try them yet, but what I would try is going to product pages on your customer website and posting stuff that way, and avoiding yeah, Lori, they're calling it spam, but I'm just wondering like why all of a sudden, because we've been using the social media center for a long time, so I don't get what happened. So find workarounds, go to your product pages, share that way, use your email center to get images, find Avon on Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook, and save the pictures to your computer, upload them with a link to your website. So I find that those posts get more engagement anyways than the social media center ones do. But I know some of you disagreed with me, so we all have different results. But when I do upload an image instead of a link, I do get more reach on social media. Another great reason to have a blog. So I learned a lesson a few years back when I had all of my blogs on the Avon website. For like 3 days, the blog was just completely gone. So I kind of had a heart attack and decided that I would never like create that much information and not have a backup of it. So always find workarounds. Make sure that you save your information. You guys can export your customer list, so I hope you do that every once in a while. If something happened to your email address book, those names and emails may be gone. So it's your responsibility to make sure that stuff is backed up, and you have really good records. So if something happens, your business does not go under. Okay, so with our online earnings kind of matching up to our traditional sales, I had some marketing tips for you. Most of you have the auto email program turned on. If you want to double check it, go to Edit eStore under Personalization Tool. By default, they're always turned on. So if you haven't touched it, it should be going. You can import your contacts and their email addresses, and Avon will start automatically marketing to them, and they're tied to you, so you get credit and the online commission from it. I do want to say, because I just had someone message me about she didn't want to sell online because she would only get credits and not money. So I think there's a lot of confusion because when we say credits, it's crediting your account money. So it's not like it's this like made up credit where you can't cash in. It's not like that. You are actually getting money off your bill. Or if you start to accumulate a credit balance, so say Avon owes you $10, make sure you're signed up for your direct deposit, and whenever it's over $5, twice a month, Avon issues direct deposit. So it is not just made up credits that you don't actually get paid for. So it is different than when you collect money from your customers, but it is cash commission. Always be gathering leads, whether it's people interested in selling or people that may want to buy. Collect their information. Hopefully it's through addresses or email addresses so you can be marketing to them. Use labels. So if you're out tossing brochures and maybe someone wants to order but doesn't want to deal with the Avon lady, he or she can order from our website. So I like to use the neon labels on the front of the book. We put the featured products and an advertisement for the website on the front of our book. And then instead of putting the expiration date, we put the 2-week time period, so they know exactly when they can order from there. You guys know we can always back order 2 campaigns, but I don't necessarily advertise that. So collect contact info, whether that's through a customer giveaway, catalog request, sample request, newsletter subscription, and then keep track of your Alma leads. I do think that our team is seeing some of the increase in appointments because I am capturing all of our leads into an email marketing program, so we're continuously marketing to them. So if I have delegated a lead to Amy and she followed up and they never got in touch with her, but they clicked through on my email and decided to become a rep, then they would still be attached to Amy since I delegated that lead in Alma. So make sure if you're buying leads that you're definitely continuously marketing to them, so that if they decide to sign up or if they decide to buy, they're attached to you. So continuously grow your lists. Sign up for your own email list so you know what your customers are seeing. Check your own e-store. There's all kinds of fun images and beauty tips and videos, all kinds of stuff on there. And like I said, reaching out to our lists in different ways. So my advice on adding programs or adding helpers to your business is that you only do it if it makes sense financially, or if if the tool that Avon is providing us is not sufficient. So Sierra's asking me how much are leads. You can buy leads as soon as you're a bronze ambassador, and they are $10 a piece. If you can make it to star promoter, I help most of our leaders with leads. So start recruiting, and we can go from there. Okay, so email marketing program. The reason that I really like having one is because I have different smaller groups that I want to market to. So maybe I want to send an email to my Rockford customers that shop at my store, not the people that shop online. Maybe I want to send an email just to the people that shop online, or maybe I want to send an email to my team. So there's definitely advantages for me having an email marketing program. There's also some bugs and frustrations with the Avon Email Center. So if it's going to be more profitable and it makes financial and business sense to add on a tool, go for it, because it can save your time and really help you grow your business. So that's something that I did as my business grew bigger. I added on employees or tools to help me grow and be more efficient. So look for a social media scheduler. I love Buffer. I'll probably show that in boot camp next week. Allocate your time based on referrals. So keep track of where your leads are coming from. So on YouTube, hopefully you have either uploaded the Google Analytics code or stat counter so that you can monitor your website traffic. Then when you see where it comes from, you can decide if you're spending your time wisely. So Facebook was not in my top 10 referral sources. So I make sure that I don't spend 80% of my time on Facebook. So I am not here to tell anyone what they should or shouldn't be doing, but that's kind of how I decide where to spend my time online. Customize your e-store, do catalog and sample mailings. So when you treat those online customers with a little extra service, maybe say thank you, send them a thank you, send them some samples. You take a little bit of time to go out of your way for your customers, and they'll really appreciate you. Make videos. If you're scared to, start with like slideshows where you're not even showing your face. The more you push yourself, the more comfortable you'll get. The more you'll surprise yourself, and you'll really start to see good results. I'm starting to get people sign up under me because they see the training that I provide for my team. So when you're doing, a training video on YouTube, it can also serve as a recruiting tool. And then become a teacher. Everything that you do, hopefully you can pass on to your team and teach them how to do it. And so this report is from Constant Contact. Again, I'm getting names and emails of people that are interested in getting the Avon catalog. These are all requests from people who are signing up to receive information about Avon. So not only are these a big pool of leads, they're a big pool of people that actually want to hear from me. Some don't, they unsubscribed, but that's okay. So keep growing your list. Is that mail munch? So I collect names in a few different ways. So added by me would mean that I either imported them from my Alma leads, I imported them from my team because I do my some of my team emails from this program. And then my store employees enter local customers this way. The other apps, that is my Mail Munch plugin. So that's people signing up, just saying that they want to receive my newsletter. So I only started like this email marketing outside of my Avon e-store just like fall of last year. And I'm really starting to see it make a huge difference in my conversion rates. So if it makes sense to you, go ahead and add it. Continuously email marketing to those people who may not be quite ready to take action can connect you with them so that when they do, they'll be attached to you, especially if you're buying the Alma leads, because that can add up really quickly how much money you're investing. And I get a lot of questions of, I have a lot of traffic, how come they're not purchasing? How can I get them to buy? It takes a lot of traffic to get purchases. So with my blogs and with my Avon website, I get over 2,000 people a day. However, some are Avon reps, you know, some are people who are not customers. And it's turning into, like right now I get anywhere from like 2 to 12 online orders a day. So it takes time, it takes constant activity. Blogging is a great way to attract people. Try to link them as close to the page where they make a decision as possible. So if you're advertising our Super Shock mascara and you're posting a picture of some beautiful eyelashes on Facebook, put the link directly to the Super Shock product page. So when I post the Avon outlet in a blog, I link them to the outlet section on my e-store. So basically, the less clicks someone has to make make a purchase, the more likely they will purchase. So you want to make sure that you're pointing them to the right place to be able to make a purchase on your website. So I do have over 11,000 in the web office. My rule is kind of don't mess with things if they're working. So I've thought about, well, should I, move them all over to this other email program? But I'm not going to mess with it because things are going well. So I will just adapt if need be. So I hope when you guys are out there looking for customers, out there looking for representatives, that your main goal, if they don't take action, is to get a way to follow up with them. So that doesn't mean that you have to call them on the phone and be like, hey, this is the Avon lady. Did you want to buy anything? You can start marketing to them so that it's more professional. You don't have to feel like you're bothering someone. But if you get their contact information, it's so much easier to mail them a catalog. Have something that you're following up about. So I was just calling to check on how you liked the sample of a new. So if you have a specific question and you're following up on that, it makes it less awkward. And here are some of my favorite tools that I use. Square is definitely huge wherever I have that. I definitely recommend that for anyone who wants to do traditional sales. A lot of people want to pay by credit or debit card, and the Square just makes that process really easy. All right, and I think I saw Ellen on here, so hopefully she's still on. We got to talk to her and figure out how she's getting all those e-sales. So she has almost 500 in e-sales. Elena, Peter, Juanita. Sarah, Ashley, Stacy, Tammy, Sasha, and Anna. Great job, you guys. It's exciting to see you reaching up in e-sales and working multiple areas of your business, because I see a lot of the same names on those lists. So great job. Here is just some information, some helpful videos that you guys can watch. Again, if you're on my team and you're new, I offer all my training for free to team members, so you can participate in that boot camp for free. Just ask me how I can sign up. And then I get you all online access to all of that recorded training. Again, we have a couple events coming up. I will definitely, I try to be like really thorough in our follow-up email here. So you guys will all automatically get the recording and then the sales tools that I talked about in the presentation. And then I'll give you the links to sign up for these future webinars. These are great communities to join on Facebook. Don't get sucked in and hang out there all day long. But you can meet a lot of great people, learn a lot of great things, bounce ideas off people, encouragement if you're having a frustrating day. Sometimes it just helps to vent. You got to be careful with that in the groups because you can start a ruckus. But it's just uplifting and good to have support and people out there that understand what you're going through. So I will open it up to questions. I hope you guys learned something new. I hope you enjoyed the webinar. I'll open the Q&A here. Okay, insider blogs, are we allowed to use them on our own blogs? And Facebook, I know you touched on this before the meeting. So what I would do is just cite the source. So if you were gonna, I think it's okay to post their blog posts. I would just say like who the original author was, or say that it was posted wherever is posted by whoever it was posted by. So don't make it look like you wrote it, but you can, I think it's okay to use the material. Uh-oh, who's my upline? I'm not giving that away. I will tell you that I have done all of the growth self-taught. So I'll leave it at that. Okay, I was reading on one of the groups, do we need a business license for direct sales? That is another question that I'm not willing to answer. I had another question today from one of my team members about income taxes. And you really have to be careful what advice you give, especially if it involves law or taxes. So I would recommend checking with your county to see if you need a license. Avon pays our sales tax for us, so we collect it from our customers, we pass it through to Avon, Avon pays it for us. So you don't need a sales tax ID. Sometimes you need one if you're like doing events. So here I am again, I'm answering, but I shouldn't be. Okay, and how to get customers fast. This is not a fast business. If anyone has been able to build it fast, congratulations. A lot of people who have been really successful right from the start already work somewhere where they interact with a lot of people, so they can already get customers that way. Again, it's just really hard to do it fast. I almost failed and I almost quit, and I didn't get anywhere for like a full year, and then kind of blossomed. So it really depends for everyone. Online business, I would say, is harder to get than traditional business. So I would go after the traditional business first. You may want to do parties or open houses, anything where you can interact with a group of people instead of just one customer at a time. What is the best free site for a blog? I would say Blogger. Again, that's just my advice. Don't hold me to it. Things could change. I could not recommend that anymore. You guys, so really you have to do your own research and make your best guess at what's going to be the best for you. So I can give advice, but I'm wrong too. So do your own research so you can't blame it on me. Okay, just started a blog. Any advice to get people to see me and follow me? WordPress. So if you are going to try an email program, I implemented the Mail Munch plugin, which is how I've gotten a lot of my email addresses. It's a newsletter sign up, and they go directly into my email marketing list. So it's kind of nice. I have, a blog for Avon customers. I have a blog for people researching the opportunity. So now I have these groups of customers where I can communicate with them with the right marketing message, because they're different groups. So that is one of the advantages of having an email program. Every single email that I send out, right now I'm doing 3 a week to my potential customers, and I can promote sales at the top and the opportunity at the bottom. So every single email I'm sending out is asking them if they want to sign up to become a rep. So that's, when you have your own program, you can format the message to how you want it. So that's an advantage of doing that. How much is the percentage we get as a consultant, and can we sell more than online? So if you look in your Kickstart program, that should help you figure out the commission percentage. It's different depending on where you are in your Avon career. So try to sign up for the new rep webinar, and I will cover the information in there. How long does it take for blogs to start bringing in customers? So you want to be consistent. You want to be appealing. So you want to provide helpful, engaging information. You want it to look nice, so it has images and headers. You want it to flow. You don't want it to be too short, too long. The more you blog, the better you'll get at it. You want to also share that link through social media. So that's what's really helpful right now with the social media center not working properly. I have all these blog posts where I can share those on social media, and it's still going to bring in sales. Thank you guys, whoever's getting off here. Is there any free sites for a website? Blogger, again, is a free blogging site. I would recommend that. I was assigned a rep when I signed up under Avon. I get that question quite a bit. I wish people could transfer to me, but that's not an option right now. You can only change leaders within the first 3 days. Bye, Cheryl. We'll talk later. We got to catch up. You can only switch leaders 3 days after signing up. So unfortunately, You know, if you're stuck and nobody's responding to you, what you can do is involve yourself in those Facebook groups. You can join my calls, you can join other leaders' calls, and basically learn on your own, because your success is really up to you. Yes, it's nice to have someone to go to, but I promise you can be successful without that. The email program that I use is Constant Contact. I do have a link where you can get like a free trial. So I will send that out. Let me look if you guys have any other questions. Yeah, sorry, I kind of rushed over the end information. Okay, I don't see any more questions. Oh, wait, I do. Okay, what's a good way to do a book toss? My neighborhood is very nosy, so I don't feel right just walking up, leaving a book on the doorstep, but they really don't talk either. So maybe you need to get out of your neighborhood. Sometimes you can use like people's nosiness and their curiosity like to your advantage with your Avon business, because you can make it exciting and be really happy about it. And sometimes that almost bothers people, and they're like, why is she so happy about that? I want to know, you know. So sometimes you can use the nosiness to your advantage. Or you may want to try it once. If you don't have luck, try somewhere else. You could hang them on their door so it's not completely tossing. To tell you the truth, I never had good luck tossing, but I know people that do. So you really got to try all these different techniques and find your own groove. How many blog posts do I do daily? I do have an employee that helps me with my blog posts. You know, if I sit down and I have nothing else to do, what I try to do is a blog post for getting customers, a blog post to help Avon reps and my team. Then I make sure that I have emails going out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday usually. And then I have social media posts scheduled for every day. So I try to get through that routine as many days as I can. All right. Well, I thank you guys. I'm going to wrap it up. And thank you for joining. Again, look for that email from me tomorrow. And I'll try to get an update on what is going on with this whole social media center debacle. Hopefully Jessica Goon's not on her maternity leave stressing out about it. Hopefully she'll know about it. All right, you guys, have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.